So let me rebat you the next line. The guard came, thought everybody had escaped, and was distressed enough to take his own life. But you said,
No, wait. Don't harm yourself, we're all still here.
and he immediately wanted to know how you can follow the great inventor?
Yes, he and his whole household. And I can't believe I almost missed it because I was caught up in my own frustration.
And you kept going from town to town all this time.
I wanted to quit. Several times. But when you're called to go, you go. You take one step at a time. Each step is not always clear, but that's why I have the great inventor's goggles to see.
And that journey led you here. This is the Inventor's Workshop where it all started.
It was. Seems like such a long time ago.
What is that?
The end.
What do you mean?
Every moment I spend in the capital has been on borrowed time. I can feel the High Council closing in on me, and the breath of the Order of the Dagger is right behind me. I wish but one thing. I would like to stand before the High Council one last time. Before, I wanted nothing more than to stand before them and prove myself worthy to be a member. But now, with that same zeal, I wish to stand before them and declare the beauty of air travel in the great inventor's way. Of course, Sir Gamma would release me. He doesn't have the courage to make a martyr out of me.
Are you crazy? We can't have you killed. We have to get you out here. We can sneak you out like Annie Eyes did.
Well, it's too late for that.
I could not have said it better for myself. Constable! Phineas Farthington, you are under arrest for misappropriation of steam, for seditious speech and actions declared illegal by the High Council of Steam. If found guilty, these crimes are punishable by death. Take him away. Nuh-uh. I wouldn't do that if I were you, Doctor, unless you want to join him in his fate.
No dagger, Countess?
What did you just say to me?
Death by High Council? What a bureaucratically boring way to end.
Get him out of my sight!
Dr. Lucas. Any eyes? She taught me that the great inventor uses our story to tell his story. I still got my goggles, Any eyes. See? Harriet, what are you doing here? Once she could not go anywhere, and now she goes everywhere. She told me that the call to serve the great inventor brings about different emotions and songs.
Just a moment, please. Listen to me now, Phineas, since you haven't been listening very well lately. I know everyone begged you not to come back to the capital after your last journey, but you came anyways. And now here you are, facing certain death, despite the many, many times we saved your neck. So just what do you have to say for yourself?
I was blind, Petra. Now I see. You were right. Air travel is possible. I saw the higher way on the first airship ride. I used to not believe in the world correctly. But day by day, I began to understand it. It seems crazy. But I'm not afraid of what's going to happen to me. So to answer your question, I have nothing to say for myself, but I hope what I say for him will make a difference.
It will make a difference, Phineas, just as it already has. He couldn't ask for more of you, and we're petitioning the great inventor daily on your behalf. He believes in you, and so do we.
All rise for Her Majesty, Princess Bernice.
Thank you. You may be seated. This is the case of the High Council, Steam versus Phineas Farthington. Sir Gamma, state the charges against the accused.
This man, whose death is demanded by the High Council of Steam, his actions and speech show seditious intent. He causes uproar and violence everywhere he goes. These are serious crimes.
Thank you, Sir Gamma. Now, Mr. Farthington, speak in your defense.
As the High Council is aware, I received scientific training in my childhood, among the people, and then at the capital. I was rising in the ranks of the steampunks, and I did not hide my ambition to become a member of the High Council. My zeal for the railroad and the law of the High Council was fueled by my desire to be significant. The High Council saw this, and authorized by their authority, I caused many inventors to be sent to prison. I cast my vote against the inventors condemned to death. I humiliated them in train stations, and I was so greatly opposed to them that I even sent them to prisons in villages far, far away from the city. One day, as I was leading a raid, a light from the sky shone on me brighter than the Allegheny steam engine. Behind the light was a voice, and it asked me, "Phineas Farthington, why are you persecuting me?" "Who are you?" I asked, and the voice replied, "I am the great inventor, the one you are pursuing. Stand up, for I appoint you as my servant and witness. Tell people you have seen me, and I will protect you from the High Council. I am sending you to the common people, that you may open their eyes and turn them from the sooty railroad to my higher way. For his way is light, clean. Those who become set apart shall find their freedom." And so, Princess Bernice, I obeyed the voice behind the light, and the High Council tried to kill me for my obedience. But I teach what the great scientists before me said would happen, that the great inventor would suffer and be the first to rise, and empowered to use steam beyond trains. He would reveal his plan for airships and to show people a higher way. His way is light, clean, and full of wonder. The High Council has no valid charge against me, so I appeal to the Queen.
Phineas, you are insane. Too much study has made you crazy.
Mr. Farthington has appealed himself to the Queen.
No, I'm not insane, Sir Gamma, for what I say is in sober truth. Princess Bernice knows this, for these things were not done in a dark corner. Therefore I speak boldly. Princess Bernice, do you believe in the great inventor? I know you do.
Do you think you can persuade me to become an inventor so quickly?
Whether quickly or not, I hope you and everyone else in this room may become like me, except for these chains.
You see the arrogance of this man. What kind of punk presumes such a thing of your majesty?
Presumptive he may be, but which of his remarks is deserving of death?
You've heard the testimony, and you've heard the story of other witnesses.
I must judge based on what is presented to me here.
As you can see, he's not mentally fit to stand in front of the Queen. Render your verdict here, and we will execute it.
Now you begin to presume, Sir Gamma.
Your Majesty, I've seen this man go from killing inventors to embracing them. Are we to let Phineas Farthington and his compatriots continue to degrade the very fabric of our society? Please, Your Majesty, I beg you to bring them all back to Earth where they belong.
All rise.
I have heard the evidence, and I find this man, Phineas Farthington, has done nothing to deserve death or imprisonment.
Your Majesty,
Silence! He could have been set free had he not appealed himself to the Queen. Given that fact, my hands are tied. We'll send him on to the Queen in the royal city. There, he'll be put under house arrest until she will have time for an audience. This trial is adjourned.
Well, now you're just pouting.
I think I have every right.
What was that?
I think you are right. I mean, here I am, getting to live a lovely life with a guard outside the door. Eternal lockdown,
It's not eternal. It's just until your audience with the Queen.
which could be years.
There's that.
But how am I supposed to serve the great inventor if I'm under house arrest?
You're just worried that you'll get all... You're just worried that you're going to get bored after all of your excitement of your journey. What you need is a challenge.
A challenge? Really? Hello, challenge. Are you in there? No. What about over here? Challenge, you there? Not there either. Oh, there you are, challenge.
Now you just sound like some sort of ridiculous childhood explorer talking to inanimate objects and imaginary people.
Well, that's more Annie I's department.
You know, when I get bored, I like to write.
You always write.
No, I mean something different from normal, like a poem or a letter.
There you go. Always liked those thank you notes you wrote me. So write me a letter.
We'll send you news back of all the different workshops that you started are going. We'll even send people to visit you. Oh, look, a plan. Well, I really must be going now. Goodbye, Phineas. Goodbye, Dr. Flukas.
Farewell, Petra.
Yeah, farewell, Petra.
Well, I too must be going. Goodbye, Phineas.
See you, Dr. Lucas. A letter.
You took me in and cared for me as though I were a messenger from the great inventor himself. Where is that joyful and grateful spirit you felt then? I am sure you would have taken out your own eyes and given them to me if it were possible.
Let the message about the great inventor and all its richness fill your lives. Teach and counsel each other with all the wisdom he gives. Sing psalms and hymns and spiritual songs with thankful hearts. And whatever you do or say, do it as a representative of the great inventor, giving thanks to him.
As I briefly wrote earlier, the great inventor himself revealed his mysterious plan to me. As you read what I have written, you will understand my insights in this plan regarding the great inventor.
For our present troubles are small and won't last very long, yet they produce for us a glory that vastly outweighs them and will last forever. So we don't look at the troubles we can see now. Rather, we fix our gaze on things that cannot be seen. For the things we see now will soon be gone, but the things we cannot see will last forever.
Here is my greeting in my own handwriting. I, Phineas, do this in all my letters to prove they are from me.
This must be from a long time from now. Yeah! Marjorie, where's the book?
Timothy, do not call me Marjorie again. I'm your mother.
I was just letting you know I was talking to you because Grandma gets confused sometimes. Where's the book? Where's the book?
please?
What book?
You know, the one with the leather cover?
Ah, yes. The Eye-Opening Adventures of Phineas Farthington by Dr. Lucas. Look under the dragon head.
Whizbang! Thanks, Mom! I'm gonna go read it to Johnny and the boys.
Just be careful. Remember, we want his words to last until the 1920s.
Oh, Mom, that's so long from now. I want to be just like Phineas. You know he wrote me a letter once that said for people to never look down to me because I am young.
He was wise. You know, he saw things more like the great inventor sees them.